In honor of two things, we're going to be doing something really cool today. One, it's Christmas, and two, it's second season bow hunting here in Wisconsin. Now there's about 3 inches of snow on the ground, so it's going to be super cool, and I'm going bow hunting tomorrow night here out in Wisconsin. So what we're going to be doing is replicating what I'm going to be doing, and we're going to be taking out the crossbow in search for some big whitetail. Now another thing I would like to see in the future is a map that we actually had snow on with whitetails as well. How cool would that be? We're heading over to a really good location where they typically tend to bed at, and we just found a whole entire herd of whitetail. Now I saw one good 180 plus buck here, and there's definitely a couple other ones nearby. Oh, right there. No way. They're bedded less than 100 yards away from us. So what we're gonna do now is put the sneak on them. We're gonna try and watch the wind, get as low to the ground as possible, and ease our way that direction until we get in range to where we can spot him. All right, there's our buck right there. He's about 60 yards away from us. Now he is in range, but we don't have a shot. What we're doing is we're using these trees for cover, and we're trying to swing out a little more left to where we can get a good angle for a shot. There he is bedded at about 50 yards away. Now, I don't necessarily recommend taking a bedded shot on a big buck like this, but if you have a bedded deer and he's within range, you should go for it, because sometimes you're not going to get a second chance. That one's up, that one's up, that one's up. We might go for this one instead. He's about 60 out there. He's coming closer. All right, yeah, we're going to take this one, I think. Let's see how close he gets. Oh, he bedded back down. Another good buck coming in. Oh my God, we're surrounded by bucks. So our buck bedded down right there. And he's in some thick stuff. But then the buck that we want is right there. And there's a tiny little pocket right there. We got to double check the distance here first. So according to this, we're looking at 50 yards. What we could do essentially is crouch up, and that would open up the vitals on this buck. Oh my God, that was freaking awesome. Did you see that? Dude, that was so cool. So the cool thing about that is it was super realistic in the fact that as soon as we took the shot, he reacted. But in this case, he reacted in a perfect direction. So what we did is we actually held a little bit lower than what we would have normally done. And in this case, since we took the shot, he dropped to the ground, and it actually helped us hit that buck almost perfectly. He literally didn't go anywhere. But look at this shot though. Quartering away at about 55 yards, and we got ourselves a beautiful buck out here. I'd say he's probably a 180s. Well, he had a minimum of 179, so he's a 180 plus buck. Or he's gonna score exactly 179. And another thing I just realized is we forgot to put in our 420 grain bolts. So we shot this thing with the wrong arrow. But luckily, he wasn't anywhere near big enough to be gold, so that's still perfect. We did get him a little bit high, but you can see we took the shot as he was bedded there, and the reaction of that was kind of wild. But in reality, he was actually getting up when we took the shot, and we were holding for here. So while he got up, we caught him perfectly right in the back of the lung. Before we do anything though, we gotta make sure that we put the 420s back in. Holy, we got a giant mythical gator out here at about 280 yards out, and we are not gonna be passing this thing up. We gotta see if we can't get a shot off. I don't believe the water's too deep in here, so we should be able to get this thing. And also, we gotta double check to see if we can use the 300 blackout on the gator, which I'm pretty sure we should be able to. We actually cannot use this on the gator. It only goes to class 6, and that's a class 7. All right, how cool would that be if we could smoke that thing with the crossbow though? I mean, there's a chance. we may be able to potentially sneak up on this thing. A slight chance, but hey, I'll take it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and cut this thing off. Now, what's happening here is there's a natural funnel all the way down at the end of this bayou. So eventually, he's gonna come to a spot where it's gonna get pretty shallow. And at that point, we're gonna get a chance to take the shot. But the key is, we gotta stay focused on where he's at. Because at any moment, he could completely disappear. Or, apparently, spot us. And we don't want that to happen. Well, we figured out where they're at. That's not what we're interested in, but we do, however, have to get past. So we gotta figure out how to get a shot off on this thing. Shot him high. I wasn't sure what part I was looking at, to tell you the truth. Oh! Rookie mistake. I hear him. There he is, there he is. Oh my god, it's him, it's him, it's him. We got him! Perfect shot! Unbelievable! A 15-yard shot, and we smoked him. Whew. I mean, 15 yards. He was closer than that. He was 7.36 yards away from us, and a 470 gold. Wow, was he close. 7 yards away, a spine and lung shot. Absolutely perfect shot for the circumstances that we were just in. And he is a giant gator. All right, that was an unexpected bonus, but a great one, to say the least. Oh, right there. He's right there. Ah, it's a tiny female. We took her open sights, and I think we smoked her, actually. What is she doing? Oh, yeah, she's done. Perfect shot. They're tough, though. Look at that. Double lung at 20 yards, and it still wouldn't go down. All right, guys. Well, we didn't have to look too far in order to find the rest of those whitetail. We already got eyes on the one buck right there. He's bedded at about 150 yards away from us, followed by a small, one trivial, super tiny buck. And it looks like a couple does. So we're gonna close the distance and see if we can't get a better view of this herd. All right, there they are right there. It looks like they're about 80 yards out, and there's definitely one good 180 plus buck right out in the middle. It looks like that's kind of all there is in this herd here. But the only thing is, the doe is gonna be a bit of an obstacle to get past. Because if we move at the wrong time and that doe's looking at us, it's all over. Or they're just gonna randomly get up. Oh my god, look at this buck. Look at this buck that just walked past. Look at this buck that just walked past. Are you kidding me? I knew there was a big buck in there. He's a little out of range here, but we're trying to figure out a way to get a shot off on him. Where'd he go? Did he... That's not him there. Turkeys. There's a doe. You guys, we lost him. How the heck did we lose him? Unless he bedded back down. He should bed there until 1400. Did he? Ah, there he is. He got downwind of us. I told you there was a big one in there. Oh, no way. Jackpot. We found where they're gonna bed. Right there. Alright, so that's gotta be... Well, I don't know if gotta would be the word. It should be the same herd. You know, I don't know if this is the same herd or not. But either way, that's definitely a shooter buck. So what we'll do is we'll swing wide right and try and close the distance here. If we see the big one, then awesome. If not, we're taking down that 180 plus buck. Oh man, we got turkey sneaking in behind us. What the heck? They're everywhere. Alright, well, the whitetail are right over there. And we got a perfect wind. But yeah, I'm not seeing the big buck anywhere. I would have to say that there's a different herd of whitetail. Alright, it's time to get low. So now we're gonna go prone and try and sneak up as close as we can to this buck. I'd love to go for an 80-yard shot, but the problem is the closer we get, the more the wind shifts, not in our favor. So we're not gonna be going for an 80-yard shot here. Because this wind's gonna throw our arrow at least 1.5 feet to the right. At least. I'd say we could get to about 40 and then take the shot, but any further than that, you're asking for it. Alright, there's our buck right there. He's broadside. And he's about 60 yards out. Maybe 70. This thing shoots pretty much spot on at 60. So from right here, we should be able to hold it right on that first mill dot. Oh my god, what a shot! Smoked him! Now don't tell me the big buck's gonna take off somewhere over here. Oh, black bear. All right, let's go get him. Man, that was awesome. Turkey. Holy turkeys. We just dusted a random hen. Oh, more whitetail, more whitetail. Hold on. Is that the same herd of whitetail? Or a different one? But we gotta stop getting distracted because we gotta find our giant whitetail buck. There's a doe there and it's a separate herd of whitetail. Cause look at, there's 2 bucks over there. 3 bucks over there. I don't see anything decent, but I'd say we got the biggest one down right here. Which actually would be right here. All right, we got him down right here. Our second 180 plus buck. And we took him at 61 yards. Got him right in the neck and spine. Looks like our shot was a little high from that angle, but I mean, hey, still smoked him. Didn't go anywhere. 187. Oh, right there. Look at that. Look at that. We got another 180 plus buck. He's bedded right here. Now, I don't know if our big buck would be over there or not. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like there's just a random 180s buck here. I don't know why he's out there, but looks like just one lone random buck. I see his rack there. He's not 180. But I'll tell you one thing. We are hitting the absolute jackpot on whitetails. They're everywhere. Look at, there's another 180 plus buck. Holy. I think that's a 190 plus actually. Can't spot him. But this one is the one that we want. We got him out there perfectly broadside at about 85 yards. Yeah, we got to get closer. All right, there he is. Well, that's saying 80. This is saying 75. I think we'll hold for 80 and go for the shot. Perfect wind. Should have smoked him. It looked really good. Oh my god, I think we smoked him. Whew. It dropped in there perfectly. The only thing is, I was a little bit hesitant on the fact that after we took that shot, I saw it push a tiny bit wide right, which would have been towards the front shoulder. But in reality, if you hit a deer in the front shoulder, especially with my crossbow, this thing shoots 500 feet per second. It's going straight through the shoulder at about 70 yards, maybe 80. So in this case here, that was an 80-yard shot, but closer to probably like 78 yards, I would say. So it's within the max distance you'd want to hit shoulder. And I think it went right through the shoulder and did an amazing job. But remember, there's another good buck here too, a 180 plus. So let's reload and get ready, because he might be right around the corner. All right, we got some good blood right here. And right there is our buck. Right there. Look at that. He didn't go 50 yards and piled right over. The bolt went right through his shoulder, and you can see it sticking out on the other side. Man, what a rack on that thing. Holy, what a buck. All right, let's pick him up. Well, I knew we started pushing forward on that shot. I knew it. If we would have held for 70, that would have been amazing. But for some reason, the map said he was 80 and our rangefinder said 70. So we decided to go in the middle and we drilled him right through the shoulder. It literally went right through both shoulder blades and caught spine. It's going to be a giant 240. Look at the rack on that buck. And honestly, if you made a shot like that on a big buck, that would be absolutely epic for him to just drop or go less than 50 yards. Especially the fact that it's going to hit lung. That's going to bust through the spine, and it's going to hit lung as well as shoulder and spine. So he was a giant, absolutely massive, massive buck. And to take him at 70 yards was pretty awesome. All right, we got to get back now and find the track from that other buck. There's a chance that this may be the herd that he was in, but I thought I saw a higher estimate on the buck. And typically, if you don't end the game, then the estimate's going to stay the same on that buck. So in this case, it's got to still be over here somewhere. Oh my God, look at that rack. We just got eyes on a giant whitetail bedded out here. He's about 80 yards out from us, feeding in the middle of that grass field. All right, so I'd say we're probably about 50 yards away from this big buck. He's just on the backside of this brush. But again, the small buck is right there, so we gotta be careful. But honestly, if that small buck spooks, I don't think it's really gonna change anything with this big buck over here. He's bedded right in front of us, and I think the small buck is far enough away to where he isn't even gonna hear anything. There's one of them. Oh, there they are, right there, right there, right there. All right, so he's about 70 out there probably. That's not the right buck. Well, I guess we gotta get closer. Okay, so now we're gonna close the distance here in hopes that maybe this big buck will square up and give us a nice angle for a broadside shot. Because right now he's facing directly away from us and he's behind that other buck. Which, two things are not in our favor. And three things is right now we're right out in the wide open grass here, sneaking up on this buck. We should have a little bit of cover, but we just don't. Either way, our buck is right there, and he's only 45 yards away. So there's the one trivial. There he is, 50 yards. That's in range. He's quartered directly at us, but with this crossbow, we can make it happen. Perfect shot! Let's go! What a shot! He's down. I'm trying to double up and maybe get the second buck, but I think he took off. And we made an incredible 50-yard shot with the crossbow, tucked it right behind the front shoulder, and smoked that buck. Probably got liver, intestine, and maybe back of the first lung. But look at that rack. Wow. All right, well, let's pick him up. It's going to be a 211 gold, and we made a 52-yard lung, liver, intestine hind quarter shot. Just like I thought. So we were holding left to compensate for a little bit of wind, and that wind didn't push much, I'll tell you what. But the key is, you gotta make sure you hold it on the vital. So in this case here, we held far along to compensate for a good 6 inches of push. But since we didn't get any push, it still hit absolutely everything that you could have wanted. And we ended up getting a beautiful whitetail. It's not the giant that we've been looking for, but we know he's out here somewhere. So we're gonna spend a little more time scouting around the area and hopes of finding him. Well, we better go check that out, I'll tell you that. But I had a track from a max weight buck down over here, and I tracked him all the way to here. And as we were tracking him, somehow I lost his track and came upon this herd of whitetail. This herd was actually feeding, so it was a completely separate herd. So I think we might have to get back here tomorrow morning and figure out what's going on with this buck. Oh my God. We found him. If you look right there, you can see a massive rack from one incredible buck. The giant 230 plus whitetail is bedded less than 100 yards in front of us. We're slowly creeping through here, and we have a decent wind, but it's really thick there. I don't know how we're gonna get to a spot where we can see, but for the time being, we gotta go wide left, stay in this thicket, and potentially come around the other side. Oh my God, there he is. There he is right there. Still don't see him, but well, I can't really see his rack. There's a doe there. And there's our buck right there. He's only 70 yards out, but he is in that thicket. Alright, he may get up right now, and we kind of need him to. Okay, I think he just stood up. He's 50 yards away. Think he's gonna bend back down? There he is, there he is. He's down. Oh my God, he's down. No way, we just took him at 55 yards on the walk. He's down, let's go get him. Oh my God. I saw the one buck take off and I thought, I don't know what just happened, but I didn't see the big one take off, and that's because he's down right here. Let's take a look at this giant buck. Oh my God, it's gonna be a 223, and we made a 53-yard spine shot. I figured we might have him a little far back there, but whew, nonetheless, we smoked him. And you know what I realized? That's still not the biggest buck that we were looking for, because he had a minimum estimate of 235. This one only scored 223, which is still a huge buck, but that means we got to keep on looking. Oh my God. Look at what we just found bedded out here. That's a 9 legendary dime potential black bear. An absolute beast of a bear. Holy. Well, I'll tell you one thing. We're gonna get set up on this. And I can't wait. But we're gonna get out here early in the morning so that we watch him come in and bed down right next to our tree stand. Then we're gonna potentially try and take him out of the stand with the bow. All right, well, this is pretty much the exact location that we last saw our giant dime potential black bear. He was bedded right down over in there. Then we took down the whitetail buck right over in this field here where we dropped that beautiful whitetail. So I decided to set up a stand right here, which is gonna be somewhere in between the whitetail and the black bear area. Now we're gonna come back here early in the morning because typically they bed around 1400 in the afternoon. So if we get here before that, it should be perfect. But this is what it's gonna look like from up here. We're gonna be able to see kind of this whole opening of this field, and then all the way around behind us, pretty decent, until here, of course, is where he's gonna be in the thicket. So hopefully he comes out somewhere in the open and we can get a nice shot. So we're gonna go back, change the time, come back in the morning, and try out our luck on this giant dimensional black bear. All right, so it's the next morning now, and we're heading back after that giant dimensional black bear. He's right over here up on the top of this back ledge. So what we're doing is we're coming in from this outpost here. We're gonna head east, and then we're gonna go south along the edge of this ridge. Try and come in from right about here, and our bear should be in this region. Oh my god, that's a beautiful whitetail buck right there. We're sitting here waiting for the bear to come in, and we spotted a giant buck. Luckily for us, we have the collar here, so we could try and get this buck to come out. Well, let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Oh my god, it's working, it's working. All right, we got to put the 420s back in real quick. 420 bracer bolt. We're set. We're in. Here we go. Well, we got to load the bolt in. It looks like most of the deer are coming in, but I don't see our big buck. Unless... Oh, there he is right there. All right, we got him at 70 yards out from us. And closing. I'd like him to get a little more broadside. Okay, so right there we're looking at 50. That's definitely within range. 45 yards. Yeah, we really need him to turn broadside. Let me double check one thing once. Yeah, I mean, he's 40. So essentially, we could go for a straight-on shot. I don't know how we dropped him, but he is smoked. Was that not 40 yards? I'm a little confused about that. Not that I'm complaining at all. That was actually even further than 45 yards. And we were holding pretty much center. I'm thinking we almost might have gotten double lung liver. The shot was so perfect that we dropped him right there. All right. Well, now we got to get down and pick up this buck, because any minute now, this giant black bear should be coming in. The question is, do we have enough time to get down and get this buck? I think we do. Because when we initially spotted him, it was like 1400. Even though he does come in at 12 o'clock, it's 12:04, so I'd say we probably have just enough time to get him. And especially if we crouch really slowly over there, then we should be good. All right, so we got the collar set up right here in case the bear doesn't come close enough to us. We could always use this collar. But there's our buck right there. The shot does seem to be a bit high, but that is a vital hit. It's going to be a 219. And it was actually a liver stomach shot. So we're talking dead center, middle of the body. But it dropped him at 46 yards. Yeah, to take him on the trot like that at 46, that was kind of an epic shot. He was quartered slightly away, just enough, where we got the liver. And almost back of the lung. Alright, well now that we got this beautiful whitetail down, let's get back up in the stand and get ready for this giant bear. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. We barely got into the stand, and I just heard a call from a male black bear right over there. It was a warning call, so that was not exactly ideal. But I don't think he would have spooked. Trying to see where that would have came from. Yeah, that's right where he would have been. And the thing is, we haven't seen or heard another black bear that was a male in this area. I've only seen females so far. All right, let's get this loaded up and get ready. So I thought I was actually recording, and once I got in the stand, he growled. So that's why I kind of reacted to it the second time. But anyways, I realized I wasn't. And now we definitely are. It's pretty thick there, so we can't really see where he could be coming from. But then again, just because you see or hear the call doesn't mean that's going to be where he's going to be coming from. But as I said, I didn't see him take off or hear him take off, so I think what we'll do is turn the caller on and see if we get lucky. So the way that bear reacted is almost as if the wind was blowing towards him and he could kind of sense us. But the wind's not fully blowing that direction. Oh my god, oh my god, what did we just spot? Oh my god, I just saw something right there. Oh my god, it's him! No freaking way! Look at this! Look at the size of this bear coming in! Oh, he's only 50 yards, and he's coming straight towards us. Holy. This is unbelievable. There he is, right there. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, let's keep an eye on him. Though that could potentially be a shot right there. With this wind, it's just too risky. Yep. Let's let him come in all the way. Come on, turn right, turn right, turn right. See, what he's trying to do is get downwind of us. And though I don't think he's going to be able to do that, well, he's for surely trying. But I do think he's probably going to be within 20 yards away from us. And we're going to have an epically close shot. I could almost take that shot right there, but yeah, exactly. He's coming. Oh, wait, perfect, perfect, perfect. Come on, keep coming, keep coming. Once he steps out right here, it's going to be ideal. Look at the size of that thing. Oh my god, here we go. He's 28 yards right there, perfectly broadside. And that is not going to be a shot. Not even close. Look at how hidden he is in there. Alright, he should be stepping out any minute now. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. No way. Oh my god, he's 22 yards away from us. Facing directly at us. This is unbelievable. I honestly don't even know where to hold at this distance here. He's so close. There he is. Well, we could potentially take that shot, but can't really see most of his body. He is smart. Alright, he's gonna step out right there. Yep. And when he does, we're gonna smoke him! He's down! What a shot! Oh my god, that was awesome! He just came in 20 yards and we smoked him with a crossbow. If you would have asked me if this was possible, I would have said, there's no way you're going to get this bear within 20 yards of you. And somehow we did. That's it. That's as close as he could have gotten without us getting a shot. If he would have got any further this way, that's it. It would have been blowing directly at him. He would have caught our scent and he would have been long gone. We pulled it off. All right, well, let's get over there and go take a look. It was about a 20-yard shot. And it's gonna be a giant diamond, 23.49 diamond at 13 yards away, a double lung shot. He weighed 613 pounds. And talk about one epic Christmas gift right there. Oh my God. That was awesome. We need to get 22.8 to be diamond, and he scored 23.49, so almost 23.5. What a massive diamond black bear. It's been a good while since I've seen one. And I don't think I've ever randomly just spotted one roaming around like this before, especially hunting whitetails up in the middle of the Mississippi Acres. This may be our first diamond black bear on this map. So for those of you who want to know exactly where we were, it is right here on the very east end of the map by Felton. And we had a tent set up right here. Our stand was set up right here, and the bear came into bed right here. We had the collar behind us because I figured if he's gonna bed here, we gotta somehow lure him this direction. And it worked perfectly. What a special, epic moment it was. We spotted him out there while we were whitetail hunting, and I thought, you know, I really would like to set up a stand here, come back, get set up, and take him down as he's coming into bed. And I came here several times, like 2-3 different times, just to try and figure out exactly where to put up the stand. And he was nowhere to be found. I couldn't find him anywhere. No tracks, nothing. So I ended up moving a tent somewhere on the north end of the map, maybe like 300 yards away, put it down, and change the time back to 11 o'clock in the morning, which the bear comes out at 12. Well, we found out where roughly a good spot would be if he would show up, but I still didn't see him. So I had the stand set up there, and then sure enough, all of a sudden these whitetail come trotting out, and there's a big buck. We smoked that one. And literally, we barely got down to get that buck, and we were almost back into the stand. All of a sudden, I hear a roar, and it was a male, so I figured it was probably him. We got into the stand, and it was silent. Didn't see anything. Next thing you know, I thought he might have been gone, and all of a sudden, we spotted this guy. Wow. Talk about one epic Christmas moment right there. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.